We're going to learn how to do onboard rotation with QBOT using 4-point scaling proportional no. We have a border design that we're placing in the sashing strip here. And what's going to happen is we're going to use 4-point scaling. The design as you see it is exactly how it's made to be. The little feathers are going up. Notice up here we turned the design. We didn't do that in software, we did that with QBOT. So all the way around the design will spin. So we're going to this sashing area next. And what we need to do is select our design in QBOT, Golden Threads border number 250. It's on the block and border collection from Golden Threads, number 1. I've selected start and 4-point scaling. It asks me to go to my right upper. Because I'm making the top of the design here, my right upper is over here. So right upper, I've lined my needle up to the seam because we want the design to start at the seam line and end at the seam line. Right upper, right lower. Still on the seam line, a foot width, meaning the foot of the machine width from the seam in front. So here, my foot is leaned up right against the seam, my needle is lined up with the seam, and left lower. Now it comes up and says proportional yes or no. We have to say proportional no for it to rotate the design on board. And when the rotation comes up, we would like it at 0. If we were going to rotate, we'd use the up and down arrows, but we'd like it at 0, so we press go. It's now scaling the design to fit into that space. Because it's turning the design all the way around, this scaling process might take a little longer than what it did when the design was right side up. So don't panic when you see that the scaling takes a couple seconds longer or a half a minute longer. On this sashing, the top of the sashing is here, which means our right side is here and our left side is here. Now it says go equals move to start on my QBOT. It will just move a little bit. I'm going to jog my needle to pull my bobbin thread up, floss my foot, and I'll just leave those aside for now. Press the go button on QBOT, and it's now going to take that design and turn it all the way around without using software. Another little tip on this same quilt top while that's quilting out, over here I have a raw edge. So I'm going to have a 1/4 inch seam allowance. What I like to do is use my corner finder, set it up with my foot to be a 1/2 inch from this corner, and that guarantees that I'm the same distance from the edge of the edge design to the other. So if we look at this block right here, it's a little farther on the right hand side from the edge than it is from the left hand side of the edge. But once we put that binding on, it's exactly where we need to be. Well, happy quilting with your QBOT and have fun doing your onboard rotation, 4-point scaling, proportional no.